Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Taco Tuesday. This is going to be episode number 2, and what we're going to do is a little bit of interior mods this time. We're going to be doing probably some hydro dipping on some of the trim parts. I know it's a pretty big deal. A lot of people take the trim off and they usually do something different. Either they paint them or I don't know, they plastic dip them, but we're going to hydro dip ours. We've done a lot of hydro dip in the past. I think it'd be a cool project, something simple, something easy, and I'll show you kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of the trim pieces off, and we'll go from there. Yeah, let's get started. Alright guys, some of the trim pieces we're going to be taking off is this silver outer ring here. I'll show you how this comes off. We're going to hydro dip this one. We're going to take off this I don't know what you want to call it, plastic piece here for the window and the door lock. We're going to do that one. We're going to do this one. We're going to do the one on the other side over here. We're going to pop that one off, get that trim painted, and we're also going to do the other side of the window plastic piece, and I got rear ones in the back too. We're going to get those off too. The only thing I'm not going to hydro dip is this here, because apparently it's a pain in the ass to get this off. And the silver around here, I might do that in the future because I know there's a lot of stuff to take off for the console, so I don't know if we're going to do that. But first things first, we're going to get started. We're going to get this popped off, that popped off, and we're going to get these popped off here, and we're going to get them ready for paint. Alright, first things first, we're going to get this popped off. Apparently it's pretty easy. I haven't done it before, but I've watched plenty of videos on how to get it done. Basically, I'm going to hold the camera at the same time. Basically, you get behind here and you pry out, and apparently this pops off pretty easy. There we go. Anyhow, it's hard to do it when you're holding the camera, but basically that's how you do it. You just get behind here, pop this off, and this whole piece will come out. Alright, got this piece off. I had to set the camera down. It's a little bit hard to do it all together in one shot. So basically on the back of this, there's a bunch of Phillips screws all the way around, and that will release your silver trim piece that goes around. We're going to get that painted. We're going to hop over to that side, and we're going to get that one popped off. Apparently this is the same principle. You get your hand behind here and you pop it forward. These are going pretty tight. Everybody makes it look easy. Oh, that's right. This also, if you can see here, it's also attached here, and it's also attached underneath here too. This whole section comes out. So what you gotta do now is put your steering wheel down and basically keep popping this all the way out, and it should come out pretty easy. We'll see you on the other side. Alright, like I said, it wasn't that hard. Got this piece popped out here. You gotta put your steering wheel down. So you get your steering wheel down, you can kind of finagle that piece out, as you can tell. Also, when you take it out, just be careful. There's some of these plastic retainers here for your gauge cluster. Make sure that you put them back on. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get these off, and the passenger side, and I got 2 in the back, so we get those off. We're going to start taking them apart. This way we can get these trim pieces taken off here and get those hydro dipped. I also want to hydro dip these here too. These aren't too hard to take off. You just got to take some of your steering wheel apart. You got to take off your airbag, and you can get these off. But I don't want to do the hard ones just yet. I want to do the easy ones just to see how it's going to look. These are the harder ones, and this in here, a little bit of a harder one. So I'm going to take off the easier ones. I'm going to hydro dip those, see how they look. And if they look pretty good, then I will probably continue, maybe on another video, take these off and take that center console out and get that hydro dipped. Okay guys, basically taking these off. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in front of the camera or not. But apparently what you're supposed to do is dig in back here with something like a pry tool, and you can pop this up, and this whole thing is supposed to come off. I don't know how easy or hard it's going to be, but we're going to try it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it with the camera on, but basically you get the drift. Get back in here with something, that way you don't mess up your plastic, and pop this off. And I'll show you kind of how it comes off after I get it off. Alright, it was pretty easy, guys. Basically, like I said, got back in here behind there, pried this up, and you can see there's wires on there. Unplug those wires, and this whole thing come off. I didn't realize that this was all one piece here, so I'm not sure how I'm going to hydro dip that with the switches in there. Unless the switches pop out and I can just hydro dip the whole thing. Not sure. We'll figure that out, but basically that's the way you do it. Get in there, pry it up, get it off. Simple. Okay, upon further investigation, these switches do pop out, so it won't be an issue hydro dipping these. I'm gonna get these popped out here and there. I'll probably just tape this off with some blue tape. This way I can just hydro dip this outer edge there. I don't want to do the whole thing. I still want this black. So I go around everyone, take them off, take the switches out, and we'll get these ready for paint. Alright guys, I got the driver's side one off here. It was definitely a pain in the butt getting this one off. And since I'm hydro dipping it anyhow, I just kind of unscrewed all the switches right here and let them hang. The only thing I could do to take out is the window left and right, or not the window, but the rear view mirror switch, and take that off. No big deal, but it's easier. I tried to unplug it, I couldn't get it unplugged, so I figured, you know what, I'm hydro dipping it anyhow, I'll just take the whole switch assembly off, and we'll keep moving forward. So far, so good. Alright guys, I got all my window pieces out, or whatever you want to call them, not sure the proper term for them. I got all my switches out. Some of these are a real pain in the butt, especially the one where you do your left and right side mirrors. There's like so many clips on this freaking thing, it's like ridiculous. So it took me forever to get these unclipped, but anyhow, got all my switches off. I'm going to get all these prepped and ready. I'm going to get them taped up, I'm going to get them scuffed a little bit, I'm going to get them primed. The other ones here, the other trim pieces, I got to go through and get all these Phillips head screws out, all the way around this one here, around the radio. This way it'll release this silver trim. And the same thing for this one here, all the way around. Phillips screws, get them all out, get that ready, and we'll keep moving forward. Okay, got all my trim pieces off. Just so you know, I didn't realize there's clips too. So take all your Phillips out, undo your clips. That one there, I got that one done, I got that one done. Like I said, I gotta do these, get these prepped yet. I got everything prepped, and so I got everything prepped, we're gonna get them primed. After we get them primed, then we're gonna show you how I'm gonna hydro dip them. Okay guys, I got everything prepped and ready for primer. Just a little bit of a hint or a tidbit of information. You gotta make sure these things are super clean, because I'm having problems with the tape sticking. I mean, if you guys use Armor All in your truck and Armor All your dash pieces, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So I've been using whatever I can for cleaner, get them cleaned off. This way the primer sticks real good, and this way your tape sticks real good. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So next step is we're going to shoot some primer on here, and should be good to go. Hey guys, I want to take a couple of minutes to talk about those fog lights that I put on the truck in episode 1. They're absolutely junk. So I only had them in for like 3 days, and I just took them out and I sent them back. So what I did get is a different set of fog lights right here. These are the other option that I was going to get that I should have got and I didn't. But same thing, LED. They just kind of, this is probably not the right side, but they fit in there just like the other ones came out. I'm not going to really show you because I showed you in episode 1 how they come in and out. So like I said, I got rid of those. I got different ones. These should be 10 times better. So I'm gonna get these in, get the trim pieces back on, and we should be good to go for the fog lights. Yeah, they were no good. So these are a lot better, and if I can, I'll get a picture tonight and I'll show you guys how good they look. So while my primer's drying, I'm gonna get these started. Okay guys, got them back in. Definitely 10 times better than what I had in my first episode. I will put the link in the description for these. Awesome, they went in real easy. They're super bright, and it's definitely a lot better than what I had in there before. So now my primer's dry. I'm probably going to start doing some hydro dipping here in the next couple minutes. Okay guys, we're ready to do some hydro dipping. Actually running out of daylight right now, so I kind of want to get this done and over with real quick. My paint scheme is going to be red and black. We're going to see how the first piece turns out. We're going to do one of the door panels first. I don't want to do anything else big. I just want to do something small just to see if it's going to be the look I'm looking for. So I'm going to do more red than black. When you do this, if you watch some of my other videos, you definitely want to take your time and put as much paint in as you need. Usually the more the better. Let this all come back. It'll all come back to the middle. Grab my door piece. Hopefully it turns out the way I want it to turn out. Okay. Try not to bump it. There we go. Not bad. Okay. It's my first door piece. I'm liking it. I'll do a little bit more red on the next one. Other than that, it's turning out pretty good. What I'm going to do now is reset this, and I'll probably do the trim pieces that go around the dash and the radio next. But basically, this is kind of what it's going to look like when you do the door pieces. Pretty cool. Okay, next piece coming up. Okay guys, the next piece we're going to do is the trim piece that goes around the radio and stuff. Same process as before. Hopefully my tub's big enough because the piece that goes around the radio is pretty long. So, back at it. And we learned a good lesson too. You can't do it twice. Like if you still have paint left over in here, it dries really quick and like messes everything up. So if you're going to hydro dip, just do one piece at a time and reset your water every time. Let that all come back in. Good. Okay, this is going to be the hardest piece of all. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna hold it to get it in there, and I'm not sure if it's even gonna all go in there or not. I can't tell. How's it look?
Pretty good.
Ooh, that don't look too bad after all. Heck yeah. There's a little bit of the primer coming through, but that's all right. I'll live with that one. That one looks awesome. Okay, next piece I'm going to do is the trim piece that goes around the left side air duct. We're going to do that one next. And just so you know, this is messy, but it turns out good. All right, stick around. All right, we're definitely running out of daylight now. We have one more piece to go, and I'm all messed up with paint, so here we go, last piece. So far, so good. It's looking good. Alright, let that come back in. It's going to be hard to hold, but that's alright. Sweet. You guys see that? Looks really good. Alright, that's the last piece of the puzzle. I'm gonna let these dry and cure for maybe a couple days. But we'll get them back on and I will show you the finished product once all the pieces are back together. So far, I'm liking how it turns out.